Greetings and salutations! Welcome to my stream. I am Karen Russmore. This is a very bright light, and I am playing Pathfinder Kingmaker. Welcome to session 69 of Pathfinder Kingmaker. It was a little bit slow last session. I think I went onto the adventure screen like once to deal with the invasion. Yeah, it was just a lot of paperwork, basically, the last session. Not the worst thing in the world, but at the same token, I'm not entirely sure whether that was very good quality content. But we are going to dive right back in. No, I need to show. That's not supposed to happen. Uno momento, por favore. For some reason, things aren't working. Come on. I usually have the game loaded up in the background, so if I can just click to it. Okay, I think we're good to go. Let's see how this behaves. So yeah, usually it's to skip this part where you gotta click very carefully, because if you click in the wrong spot, it's weird, but it's like the menu is actually moving up towards you. So if you click on it just to try and speed it up, which usually would happen in the menu screen, hi Josh, it tends to go a little bit wrong. Right. The only thing that I remember is the Glenibon, when you finish building everything, can be upgraded to a town somehow. I think. Yes. Alright, so let's see what's going on. Yeah, I think we're just waiting on that more than anything else. You know, I'm trying to do some of these things that sort of like increase kingdom stats 60 times and upgrade all regions within the kingdom. I think I've got most of the regions upgraded, it's just this one that I don't have. You're busy dealing... No, you're not dealing with that. Who else is available for that? It'd be Octavia. Octavia is available in 11 days. Is there any projects? Okay, so we're going to rank up the storyteller and culture. Insult, triumphant military goes up. Contract opportunity failed. Things don't happen. Right. Is anybody else available for that? No. Okay. Guests from Fawnkeep. Problem. So go deal with that. The only person who can. Jubilios, you have a chance of that. It's a problem. But I'm gonna give you a point. Or should I? Because if he fails it, my stats go up. If he succeeds, he goes up by 3. So I'll give him 1 crisis point. And the curator needs your help. How's it going, Josh? I think it's about time I have another shave. I bring news from Lazio Messus, Your Highness. Despite all his difficulties, he was able to finish his opera. He has already found singers and an orchestra. All he lacks now is a stage. I am, however, sad to inform you that he has also taken ill. He is suffering from consumption, and this may be his final request. I believe we should help him this time. Not in everything, of course, but if we allow him to set up his stage on the main square, we would allow his opera to gather the audience it deserves, without influencing its substance in any way. However, I would advise against funding the production, Your Highness. Theatrics only distract the viewer from the true meaning of what's happening on the stage. The composer is free to use the main square as he pleases, nothing more, nothing less. I shall make the arrangements. Yeah, I'm not too bad. Busy day at work today, but it's the way that it is. Greetings, Your Highness. Here, I've brought you something. Noxious veil. Thank you. I hope to see more proof of your mastery in the future. The half-elf blushes and bows hurriedly. What is this thing? 30 acid resistance and the ability to cast acid fog twice per day as a wizard level. 11th level. See, there's so many little things like that where it's all like, I've probably got cloaks that prevent or protect for just about everything. Right, I can level up the curator again. It's a thing that we can do. Although, what's this? We need Megavan for that. Okay. Everybody else is busy. Magister. That's treasurer. Okay, that's just ranking up stuff. Rank up the curator. Thanks to the curator and the king, cultural development in the kingdom has reached new heights. Celebratory, triumph, economy up, relations, divine and arcane. Lose 20 build points, that's not an issue. Bewitched forest, success, arcane up. The water's our fields. Disaster, military and relations down. Not excessively concerned about either of those. Divine is up. Strengthen the storyteller and curator. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's one of the strongest people that I've got at 27. New priest to Abadar. Harem. Go deal with that. The Great Augury. Octavia, go deal with that. Take a crisis point. Fatrix will be either of those two, and they're currently busy on other problems. The price of a soul. Everybody's busy. And the fog. It's a problem. I'm gonna go send... Oh, Armory's also a 27. Right. Don't want to strengthen Jod's skills because he's not doing anything. Though I could strengthen him twice, I suppose. The treasurer is not busy. Don't want to strengthen his skills in that. Magistrate is busy, so you go off and do that for 20 days. Let's do the economy. Let's get that up to rank 10. It's now at a plus 26. Success! Ooh. Espionage went up by 6. That's useful. I think that's a tipping point, if I'm not mistaken. The minister demands your attention. Mercenary army, Lindsay. See, that's an opportunity. But it's going to improve relations, and relations is 93, or it can improve community, and community is at 109. So let's take relations up. Alright, let's go see what the minister has to say. We're finally on top of the enemy spy that we've been tracking. An ordinary scribe from Gralton was plotting against us. It also happens that he's the head of the Grey Gardener's intelligence operation in the city. I've no idea what interest he has in us, but we followed him and intercepted his correspondence. It contains a list of all Gralton spies in Litrin, in alphabetical order. The letter was on its way to Litrin and to the Grey Gardener's headquarters. We could pass this information to Litrin and thus condemn the spies to death. The Grey Gardeners would appreciate it. On the other hand, their appreciation isn't worth so much. Better to deliver the traitor to Galton in return for their friendship. The fanatics of Galton are a charming bunch, but of course they've no great difference between them and the Gardeners. Why even get involved in their quarrel? My suggestion is to sell the information on the rumour market and try to keep out of trouble. So relations and espionage go up if we do either of those two, or we can get 2,000 gold. Tell me about Gralton and Galt. When Galt was flooded with the blood of the revolutions, many nobles and wealthy merchants sought to shelter in Gralton. Now they obsess upon reclaiming their former greatness and regaining what was taken from them. They created the Citizens Directorate, a quite capable spying network, but they could still not bring Galt to its knees. It's no mystery why. It's because of the Grey Gardeners. Their monastery is also there, in Litrin, to be precise. They look fearsome in their masks, so frightening and anonymous. Executioners, investigators, vigilantes and murderers. They're better suited to slaughterhouse work than anything involving intellect, but people do fear them. And some are fond of them too. They help protect the countryside against spies, traitors, and what's important, they keep away from politics. So what's in the document again? An honor scribe from Gralton. Also happens he's the head of the Grey Gardeners. All of Gralton spies in Litrin. He's on his way to Litrin, the Grey Gardener's headquarters. Give him to Galt. It's your right to choose which neighbours you make friends with, but what of the lives of the Gralton agents? Well, their blood is on your hands now. Well, I just wanted to improve relations with them. If that means killing people, meh. Greetings, Your Highness. Allow me to alleviate your daily concerns with a humble gift from your admirer. I'm certain that one of you or one of your friends will find this trinket useful. It's come a long way to get to your hands. Wonder Death Ward. Thank you. I'll be expecting future creations. I won't keep you waiting. Right, I can now rank up the minister, which I think is important because of the rank of 3. My espionage network is not great. I mean, there's some that aren't really great either. The arcane stability. But at 3, that's really the worst. So you're busy doing that. Scouting the eastern regions can be left to somebody else. I need Megavan for this. Oh, I can do that. Let's do that. Oh, the fog. I thought I was dealing with the fog. The Great Augury, failure. Right stuff. The fog, failure. Gusts from Fawnkeep. Economic relations and stability is up. New Priest of Abadar, success. Economy and Divine is up. Chairman of the Outlaw Council. It's only an opportunity. I mean, I've just... I'm pretty sure this quest is useless. I mean, it's not so much useless. It keeps you going, but at the same token, it doesn't seem to offer any rewards other than just like, do this many times over. Alright. 5 times, 10 times, 25 times, 40 times, 60 times, 75 times. Woo! Right, black mass is a problem. Harim, go deal with that. The fog. I thought I'd sent somebody to deal with this. Guess not. Hey look, I've actually got enough to max it out. Let's push it over 50%. The price of a soul. Octavia. Let's push it over 50%. Fey tricks. I keep forgetting it's going to be one of them too. See, I kind of want you for the rank up. But you'd be just as useless. Although it's only an opportunity. Go deal with that. I know that it's going to fail, but I think it's slightly better. Minister, go. Training grounds. That's false lights. It's a problem. Is Tristan in charge of loyalty? Yes, he is. Okay, loyalty doesn't need to really go up. You know, at 250, I'm pretty sure that's as high as it ever really needs to be. At 20, that's also not a necessity. If I give it to Creston, he can get stability up a little bit. And maybe we can see about pushing that up a little bit higher. Right. Don't really want to do the training grounds, but the magistrate is busy and the high priest is busy. Economy, training, strengthen the storyteller skills of the magistrate, don't need that, and they're both of the Jods. Scouting the eastern regions, Jubilios, go deal with that. And training grounds, nobody's available to do anymore. Greg Glenshire to a thingamabob town. I don't often come here and do these things, but I figured I might as well. Seeing as though what I'm actually also going to be doing is double checking Lighthouse. Watchtower. It's mainly the watchtower that I was thinking. Alright, what else is low? So that's all the espionage that I've been able to increase. Stability is low. Stability is right, a system. Grants stability and loyalty if placed next to a park. A courthouse is rather large. But does give a fair amount of stability. Plus a +4 bonus to resolving problems with the warden in this region. Fort increases stability, +1 to espionage when located in a settlement with a watchtower, which I will have. +1 military when in a settlement with a garrison, which I have. And +1 stability in a settlement with a jail. Jail also increases stability. Let's have a courthouse. What else increases stability? Oh, that increases espionage. What's that? Mansion. Which one's espionage? Oh, the hammer and anvil. Have you picked any settlement upgrades? Not reached them myself. Don't really know how to get how they. What do you mean settlement upgrades? How do you mean? Oh, they were called region upgrades. Yes. I can't remember. Yeah, they weren't available for quite a while. So let me just finish this up. I've got the watchtower building. Right. There's no way of rotating these things. So let's put in a mansion. Stability, stability. There's nothing else which offers stability other than I mean, there was the cistern which offers stability when built and it increased when it was built next to a park, but the park won't fit. So let's put in the cistern anyway, and I've got a bulletin board, don't I? Yeah. Arcane. The coin is arcane. Let's have a Nessus library. So yeah, you've got regions here that give upgrades. But also each region has their own unique upgrade. So yeah, only one upgrade can be chosen for this region. And I've either got the choice of training grounds or this unknown one which I've not discovered yet. So yeah, this region has already been upgraded. In the name of art, Pitax has become a cultural centre of the kingdom, famous for its artists, bards, architects. But they didn't come available until late on, as it were. I think I needed to control most of this area apart from the Tours of Levis, Glenibon and Pitax before it even gave me the option to do these upgrades. What's odd is I've got all regions in the upgrade all regions in the kingdom, which is fair enough. Apart from Glenibon doesn't have an upgrade. I suppose that's something that I should really get around to doing, is going around Varnhold, Plainsgrad and the Peak. Did I build a teleportation circle? I didn't build a teleportation circle around the Peak. Teleportation circle. And Plainsgrad has a teleportation circle. Because yes, otherwise I think it's going to be, oh god, hide everything. Just another 97 days until that happens. But yeah, I think most of these things here, I mean, I got a lot of things going on here. Although I seem to have 3 roads for a road of shields, plus 3 bonus to the warden or treasurer to resolve any situation. And I've got that 3 times for some reason. Some of these are not mechanically different. I think it just kind of helps define how you're running your kingdom. You know, it's like you decided to go for talented recruits to help the general resolve problems. You kept the taxes lower, so any opportunity resolved by the treasury increases the economy by 1. Which is probably how that I ended up at 515, because I was fairly early on. Love of the common folk, meaning that things are cheaper to build. Heeding the poor and the weak. The regent has a +1 bonus to resolve problems. Laying the foundation, again, cheaper things. Border training camps. Diplomatic. So, you know, these here kind of give a story for the kingdom. So yes, let's do some exploring. Why not? Everybody else is busy doing things. I don't really need the money, so just ditch this stuff. The Wand of Death Ward could be useful. if I remember to use it. Alright, let's go to tax. This might take a while and I want to keep the budget over 5,000 because I get one BP bonus if it's over 5,000. Oh, that's technically the closest. What's this middle of nowhere? But yeah, the region upgrades aren't a necessity, but they are useful in some cases. There seems to be a door in the middle of nowhere. A solid door blocks your entrance. Its owner clearly doesn't care for uninvited guests. Knock politely. Nothing happens. Use detect magic. The door literally shines with dozens of magical auras. It's impossible to see any pattern in this mess. It seems like the spells were thrown on the door occasionally and chaotically rather than created in an elaborate order. Pick the lock. The simple lock didn't stand a chance, and the door swings open. I mean, I want to know what the door is doing in the middle of my bleeding kingdom. It could be a terrible idea. Hello? Ah, hello. Just taking some of your stuff. A large, broad man turns to you, trying to smooth his thick, tousled hair. His deep voice could belong to that of a giant. Hey, who are you? Who is Blakemore? I'm a fan? Get out, robber. I mean, he said get out and then immediately terrible things happen. Furious squirrels. Oh, there he is. He may have just turned himself into a big dragon. This could be bad.
This should do it.
It's not what I wanted at all.
This is for you.
Useless bleeding smell.
Let us strike as one.
Sneak attack? No.
Do not falter.
A calculated risk.
No idea what I'm supposed to be doing here. Oh. Now we can reach this guy. Okay. So what do we know about it? We know nothing. Please don't be immune to sneak. Do that. Okay. Sneak attack worked. Not entirely sure what that was in aid of. Well, an Octavia for yet again missing. Blackmore's Grimoire. This spell summons a furious squirrel swarm. It appears where you designate and acts according to its initiative check results. It attacks your opponents to the best of its abilities. Okay then. A rusty metal thing. The binding of the prince. 3 times per day the wearer may throw this amulet at an enemy. If it fails to a DC 24 reflex saving throw, it becomes ensnared by the chain. The ensnared creature takes a -4 penalty to dexterity and -2 penalty to AC and attack, and takes 1d6 plus 5 bludgeoning damage each round. Additionally, each time the wearer takes damage, the chain inflicts half as much damage on the ensnared creature. Sounds useful. Robes of False Death. The wearer of this robe gains immunity to critical hits, but suffers a -6 penalty to Constitution. Wow. This locket makes all 0-level arcane spells cast by the wearer become empowered, extended, reached, and maximized. Hello. So I use acid splash a lot for Octavia. Empowered, extended, reached, and maximized should help buff it a little. I just want to see how many. Yeah, 30 hit points. Woo! What happens if I double them up? 62 is. If it wasn't for that belt. 14 hit points at level 16. Wow. I don't know how this person would survive getting to this level. That is an interesting trinket. Oh, it's another necklace thing. Now, what's this currently? Plus 5 competence bonus in persuasion checks and athletic skills. Resist electricity 20. Diff the amulet says what action it has to throw it. Just says 3 times a day. Doesn't say what action it takes.
Don't hesitate.
Oh, it's evil. Well, that's bullshit. And the standard action. The thing is, I'm still tempted to take it because additionally, each time the wearer takes damage, the chain inflicts half as much damage on the ensnared creature. That can be a lot of damage. see, most people are wearing a necklace of some kind of armor. Or it was utility. Bunch of random junk. Random junk. Random junk. Random junk. A weird magical thing, obviously from a faraway land. I like the way that it's like it's there, but you can't actually see it very well. Whatever it happens to be. Oh well, came in, robbed the place. Killed the owner. Probably shouldn't have done that. Path to this place is unknown. What do you mean it's unknown? Can you go there? Thank you. Try to avoid, because I can do that. They spotted me anyway. Straight into combat with ancient water elementals. Gee, thanks game. How many of these things? It's immune to precision and critical hits. Yay, great stuff. Fireball! One of them down at least. Now that I have everybody's attention, more fireballs!
This will hurt.
Onward!
if you want to walk away a little bit from that, hold monster. Succeeded. Of course it did. Make with the murder.
They go down! I'll fight if I have to.
Ooh, look, 7 points of damage. Ooh. If you could all please try not to die, that'd be appreciated.
Let's try this way.
Should have attacked the other one. Should really have walked you further away. Displacement on yourself.
Bring it!
She gets a plus 35 to hit. Or to damage. That's ridiculous. You choose to take a -1 penalty on all melee attack rolls and combat maneuver checks and gain a +2 bonus on all damage rolls. This damage bonus is increased by half if you're making an attack with a two-handed weapon, or a one-handed weapon using two hands, or a natural weapon with a that adds 1.5 times your strength modifier to the damage rolls. This bonus damage is halved if you're making an attack with an offhand weapon or a secondary natural weapon. When your base attack bonus reaches 4 and every 4 points thereafter, the penalty is increased by -1 and the bonus damage increases by 2. That still doesn't explain how I've got a 35 there. Sometimes do wish, if you look at the AC, it tells you exactly what it's made up of. The base value is 10, -3 because of the rage, +3 because of dex bonus, +4 for the Ring of Chaos, +10 for the Adamantine Breastplate, +4, +3 for the Amulet of Natural Armor, +3. So it comes at 27. This +35, I have no idea how or where she's getting that from. I mean, I'm glad she's got it. It's a lot of damage to have added on.
You deserved it. Can someone help me?
Share your trouble.
Because I'm guessing the +35 is made up by some degree of numbers. It isn't just like, oh, you've got a weapon and it gives you +35. It's +6 from this and plus a couple more from that. It's just, it seems like a lot. Should possibly double check my kingdom just to make sure, because it's about to be the first of Gozra. Well, there's nobody to attend that problem. Oh well. Inconspicuous ravine.
Hungry. When we stop?
Jürgen, we trade. I'd be having all. Yes, just say yes. The goblin points past his cart, packed to the brim with heap of trash. How goes the trading? Being Goblin King, since Goblin King be downed, it be bad. Me be self-riding roads and wandering around villages. No one be giving money, just come to watch and point finger. Let me see your wares. Nope, nothing of interest. Offer junk, sell junk. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's the one who stole my throne. I'm supposed to kill him, I think. I don't know. It's just he did return my throne after I threatened him. Otherwise, this is an empty place. Oh. Whew. Guessing they've run out of things to say to each other. The Weeping Grove. Or Weeping Grove. It's not the Weeping Grove, it's a Weeping Grove. I only bring up the map to see roughly how big the place is.
That is not far.
Tree that weeps. Are you going to attack? Yes, they're going to attack me. Please try and hit Valorate. Nope.
They go down.
Bum. It's annoying when you get to this level and things don't have vulnerabilities.
Any last wishes?
You'd think they'd be vulnerable to fire. But they're not. Hey. How was that like? Oh, ancient will-o-wisps. God dang it. Gah. Luckily the will-o-wisps seem to be focused a little bit on me.
This is where I step in.
It just affects enemies, right? God dang it. Really? Will-o-wisps immune to fire? Oh, spell immunity. Great stuff.
Left yourself open.
No, it might.
Let us strike as one.
There goes Emery. Bah. Death Ward. Dispel magic. Why do I have a feeling? Yes, resist energy communal. I have gotten rid of them all because curses. Resist sonic, resist fire, resist electricity communal. Could have been doing with moving that slightly closer, but oh well. Right.
This should do it.
So you want to die, hey? That's interesting.
Calm down. Not dead yet.
I've got to change targets to something it doesn't have a snowball's chance in hitting.
I'm writing you out of our story.
See, when you can hit it, you don't do too bad at it. Right, Tristan. Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. But yes, being able to cast it as a bonded object
Do not falter.
would have been useful. But as I cast it as a scroll, it's the reason why I kept those scrolls. You know, out of all the scrolls that I did get rid of, it was just like, I might as well keep. You hit Valerie? I mean, you managed to hit get a natural 20 to hit, but that was it. Ha ha.
Serves you right.
Go on, Octavia, hit it.
You forced my hand.
You deserved it.
Black Dragon Breastplate. Acid resistance 30, enhancement plus 5. It can be used by druids. Medium armor. What is it? It's DR3, DR2? Yeah, DR2. Sure, wear the Black Dragon Breastplate. Let's get everybody topped up just in case we get jumped on the road. That'll do. The Forest Ballroom. That sounds familiar and I don't know why. One thing I've noted about the
Like an epic pose, I need inspiration.
that's concerning. That's why it's concerning. They seem to be invisible. There we go. Something over there. That's slightly concerning. Immune to crits. Not crits. Precision attacks. Mainly concerned. There she is. God damn it. Put your wings away. Rude. Nope. Not sure how many of them saved, but oh well. Huh. It reduced Octavia's size, but it forgot to reduce the size of her cloak. I can't remember what Firebrand did, but I think it was useful. There's nothing in range. I'm ready, this might sting. Oh, you're immune to it. I really don't like Tristan right now. Death Clutch. Right, Lady Primrose needs to die. Afraid to say. Let's do a lot of these satyrs. I mean, they'll all die eventually.
Bring it.
Dang it. No idea about her. Not quite enough damage there. I was hoping to take her out so that that purple worm would disappear. Wow, that's just rude. No, not Ray's dead. Breath of Life, I think. There we go. Back on your feet. I think the game just derped. There we go. Purple worm poison really needs to come off you. Oh. If you could stop that, that would be appreciated. Surprise! A pretty good reflex saving for us.
Stay behind me.
A calculated risk.
God dang it. I also think Octavi's shadow hasn't reduced in size. Some really weird shadowing effects going on there. Whatever this is as well. I need you to stop shooting the cleric.
Let's try this way.
Yay! Managed to dispel the purple poison venom. Purple worm poison.
Tear them apart! They go down!
Any last wishes? Strike worth a legend. You can't stop me.
Although the hammer screams, but it doesn't actually hurt.
This should do it. I'll try to make this swift.
Belt of Dex +2 on every single one of them. Missed one over there and probably one over there. Yes, it's a rock, Octavia. 25 silver statuettes. I like the way that that purple worm is so big that it actually is visible on the overhead map. Almost felt like an earlier bald hilltop battle. I mean, it's one of them things about high-level Pathfinder players. You know, the spell that took out Lindsay was just like, yep, you die.
May we have a moment of respite?
Yeah, let's head back to our territory just for a briefest moment, so we can rest.
I always knew that he wasn't fit to be a king. Well, maybe this is our chance to correct history's mistake.
How nicely put. Where's my notebook?
Just kind of curious. Maybe should have put this one key to the side. Which key is it? That key. Okay, 8 charges on it. Try to avoid them. Got spotted anyway. Do wonder what the check is on that. What this time? Greater owl bear like treant. Great stuff. Well, it's not got any immunities. I'm going to charge at it. Why not? Well, there we go, take care of the other one. Ah, natural 20.
So it's come to this.
Consider provoked. Serves you right.
I didn't even break a sweat.
If these 3 owlbears are it, then this isn't exactly the most difficult of fights. No, don't cast that, just cast.
Bring it!
Oh, that's interesting. It's got regeneration and probably fire?
A calculated risk.
Gonna say fire. Not fire.
This is for you.
Not acid. Oh, regeneration. I just used fire on it. Oh, it was divine. Blah 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 blah. Doesn't say what kind of damage a sunbeam is. Don't you go hitting it because it'll hurt you. No. The cold one hit first. Scorching Ray, that's the one that I meant to use. There we go.
In due time.
Do you know if it's possible to see the DC of the area you hunt in when resting? I don't know. Castle of Knives. Why does it look like Lindsay's blind? You are blind. Why didn't you say something? There you go, you can see again. Ooh, this is a big area. Seems a bit shimmery as well.
I'm not afraid.
Do not falter.
Good.
Oh, there's a whole bunch of them over there. Not actually sure if the DC changes when resting between different areas. I'm guessing it would. You'd think that it'd be more difficult to find or hunt something while in a town or something. And then it exploded. Oh, there's another one, no. I do believe that's enough overpowering magic for one moment.
You
Tristan's getting violent.
I'll fight if I have to.
Octavia is still missing. Skin collect. This is potentially a very big area. Just speeding it up.
You can't stop me.
There's some kind of damage reduction on acid.
Tear them apart! Unexpected outcome.
Bah, 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 bah.
Considerably provoked.
Let it come to me. And then I get a full 5 attacks. This is some first world fauna and flora. A satyr and a nymph are watching a dark-skinned elf whose arms are dancing gracefully, making magical gestures in a sort of ritual. Noticing you, she stops her ceremonial dance and greets you with a light bow, respectful and dignified. You are Chiron, warrior kingdom, the first to bring peace to the Stolen Lands. I sought a meeting with you, and fate has allowed our paths to cross. My name is Kamala. Who are you? Kamala the Phoenix of the Suragurnim Order, a humble follower of the wise way of teacher Avalo. The some Ramagamin order is relatively unknown, but you've heard stories. They are followers of good and order who teach Avalo, a native of Gelmre, preaches complete non-violence. Jamalray is a large island nation on the Abari Ocean off the coast of Nex. Being the inner seas only linked to the legendary kingdoms of impossible, Jamari have a unique mystique. The religion is dominate Jamalray are also unique. While Irori has many worshippers across the region, his religion is at its strongest on the island, along with the worship of the thousand of deities of Voldra. The inhabitants of Jamalray include an unusually high number of monks. The prowess of their martial arts is renowned across continents, and 3 houses of perfection are the most sought-after monasteries of the Inner Sea region. Okay. Why are you looking for me? Mysterious and sinister events are happening in your lands. The border between worlds grows thin, and someone's hand reaches through it, plotting the deaths of you and your subjects. My brothers and sisters of the Samargan Order have come to help you stand firm against this unknown enemy, if you desire our help, and if you pass our trials and prove you are worthy. What are you doing with these Fae? They were brought into this world unwillingly, and their mischievous temper could mean a lot of trouble for the locals. The border between worlds here is thin and feeble, like the worn-out cloth of a monk's frock. I have charmed them to sit still for a bit while I prepare to send them home. Tell me about your order. Teacher Avalo founded our order to help people who walk the path of good remain steadfast, and to give those who've lost their way a place to come back to. The backbone of our philosophy is non-violence. This doesn't mean we are helpless, but we believe there is a future where no one in our world will wish to take up weapons against their neighbour. What? A world without fights? Then what will we do? Just lie around and get fat? I'd like to see you try teaching beasts and monsters to be peaceful, and how the peace lovers will follow you would handle them. I am not familiar with these teachings, but they sound very similar to Seren Ray's faith. It is amazing, but I think that this is someone who surpasses us in peacefulness. What does this trial consist of? The heart of the way is practice, the ability to subdue anger, negotiate without threat, and quell a conflict before a spark becomes a fire. I imagine the king must be familiar with such things. With your permission, I'd like to test you here and now. Look at these Fae. I charmed them so they wouldn't interfere while I opened a portal to their native world. I will release them now. To pass the trial, you must convince the Fae to remain still, while I prepare to send them home. Try to do this without threatening them, and don't let them charm you. I agree to undergo your trial. Fine, let's begin. My hair's getting out from underneath the headphones and it's tickling my face. There we go. Kamal lifts a spell from the Fae with the graceful gesture and starts casting another spell to send them home. The nymphs say to look at you mischievously, some prank obviously brewing in their heads. Tell me, who are you and what are you doing here? I'm Mithrin and this is Kansias, and we are bored. Yes, frightfully bored. Everything else is changing, flickering like this and like that. But here, it's always the same all the time. The trees don't walk, the mountains don't fly, and you're such fools. Ha 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 ha. Everything is so strange here. How do you live here at all? We've been sitting here for 100 million years. We're so bored. Let's go for a walk. We'll show you something wonderful. You'll love it. And you'll be rich. You mortals love treasure, right? There you go. There's plenty of treasure around here, but without us you'll never find it in your whole life. I'd rather hear about your adventures. Oh, we've had such adventures you've no idea, beyond your wildest dreams. For instance, once we had manticore races. Another time we met the Lantern King himself. He gave us a copper coin, half a pie, and a silk stocking. And one time some hunters wandered into us. We danced with them, and we danced until we dropped. Oh, but then they got up and for some reason... Oh, but then we got up and for some reason they didn't. That's it. It's time for you to go home. No, we've only just arrived. We aren't going anywhere. The Satyr takes out a pan flute and starts playing. You feel drowsy for a moment, but the spell's effects quickly clear. Realizing his spell doesn't work, the Satyr hides his flute. Alright, we should probably go. It's no place like home. Go. Safe travels. Congratulations, you've passed my trial. Your will is strong and you cannot be broken by any spells or by the most frightful enemies, the bloodthirsty beast that lurks inside each of us. I invite you to meet other masters of the Order and pass their trials. Don't be afraid of failure. No one in this world is perfect. But we must be sure that you are worthy. Who we help are worthy. Set off for the Temple of the Elk. Brother Viscarin of the Unicorn is awaiting you there for your next trial. Kamal the Phoenix. This doesn't sound elven. When I passed all the trials and joined the Order, the teacher gave me a new name in the language of his homeland. In his way, Kamala means lotus, a flower that grows from swamp mud but grows with immaculate whiteness. It is a symbol that speaks for itself. As for the Phoenix, that's something like a title. It refers to those who have burnt away their primitive instincts and revived pure forces from the will of their ashes. Before I walked the wise way, I did much harm and many stupid things, for I was controlled by the animal inside me. Now that it has no power over me, I follow the path of law and good, as shown by my teacher. Tell me more about your order. Unlike many monastic orders, we do not teach martial arts. The secrets we share are meant for sowing peace and accord, not destruction. You will learn more from my brothers and sisters when you find them. It's naive to believe that a ruler of such savage lands could be a pacifist. We do not ask you to take the same vow of non-violence we have. There is much evil in this world, and alas, in the age of fire and steel, he who puts down his weapon often becomes food for monsters. Still, we try to help those who do lesser harm. None of us will live to see a peaceful Galarian, but we all must do our part to make it possible. It's a hard and thankless job you're doing, but I'm glad this world has the likes of you in it. There are more of us than you think. Everyone who tries to do good sometimes feels a little like a tiny, lonely ship in the storm of pain, violence, and evil. One of our main goals is to unify the vision of all those good, all whose goodwill is strong, that they may act together. Do you know about the power behind portals? We will share our knowledge with you if you prove you are worthy of our help. I have to go. So long, Your Highness. May your way be wise. I've spotted something and I don't know where. Seriously, it told me that I've spotted something and I have no idea what it was. Oh well. Moving on.
It is finished. A trivial matter.
Ancient Elven Bead. 2 scrolls of Raise Dead and 4 scrolls of Heal. That's not a pleasant thing to find.
I believe I found something.
Oh. Hey, Krifu. Thank you for the raid. How goes it? How is Disco Elysium? That's what you were streaming, wasn't it? It went on sale on Good Old Games a while ago, or GOG as they prefer to be called now. Yeah, I played it for a bit and it was very surreal. Does it remain surreal? Oh, something's going on. You grave rotten imbecile, you broke it. Really, Curly Witch, seek aid from these pathetic creatures? Don't try your mind games with me, Wormface. I know something or other. Terrible things have occurred. But yeah, it's very intriguing. Surreal is definitely the word, and yes, because I went with a high psych character. Oh geez. Yeah, summoned ancient purple worms are not fun. And summoned Astra demons do not sound as much fun either. I'm just gonna back away a little bit. When I say a little bit, I mean a lot. Thank you for the follow, Akiri0. Welcome to my channel. I'm currently playing through Pathfinder Kingmaker. This is session 69 of about 3-hour sessions. So it's session 70. That'll be 210 hours. Okay, I think I might have to actually kill something. Because things are getting messy. Whoa. Who just lost 7 levels? Twice? Alright, things are going terribly, terribly wrong. I have no idea what's going on here. Yeah, the style is nice and, you know, it plays well for a, what do I want to call it? It's sort of like tactical role-playing game. My only gripe to a certain degree with this game tends to be its AI. I'm hoping they've done some work to clean it up for the Wrath of the Righteous. Lindsay, can you back up a little bit? You seem to be in a lot of pain. Oh, finger of death. There goes Valerie. Amory. No, Valerie. Amory. And yeah, sometimes you get fights like this where it's like, I was not aware that these two individuals who were talking to each other, you know, more insulting each other. Okay. The figure before you wears a grey robe, yet his body beneath them flickers, changing age, gender and race. One moment an ancient elven man, the next a young human woman, then a tattooed dwarf, and so on. They raised an eyebrow. Well, did you get it for us? This isn't the first time we've met, but I'm still curious. Who are you? Our name is Shaker, though some call us the Many. We are the eldest, the Fey gods of the First World. We embody that which you think as of time, entropy, and reincarnation. Why does your face shift like that? You're a bold one, aren't you? Our forms change because we have been many Shikers. And there will be many more. Long ago we decided to live interspersed rather than sequentially, so that we could each experience all of eternity. It's far more interesting that way. What does an eldest want with me? What does every god want, child? Quick and obedient service with a minimum of annoying questions. You mortals often leave something to be desired in that respect, but we hope you'll prove us wrong. A pleasure to meet you. Thank you for the follow, Gojo Supremacy. How are you this evening? Get what for you? Oh, that's right. You don't know about that yet, do you? Honestly, we don't know how you people can handle only moving one way through time. But that's besides the point. We need you to retrieve the first crown for us. What's the first crown? A magical bauble. An enchanted crown of the first kingdom who Narissa destroyed. She gave it to the Gnurly Witch as a token of her regard, but now that the wriggling man is the nymph's current favourite, he feels it rightfully belongs to him. They've been fighting over it for weeks. Where can I find it? In the course of their fighting, the Gnurly Witch and the wriggling man accidentally broke the crown into 3 pieces, the magical backlash teleporting each piece somewhere within this forest. If we knew exactly where it was, we wouldn't need you to search for them, would we? Why do you want it? A good rule for surviving the First World is never to ask a Fey Lord why. Honestly, most mortals are overjoyed to get a divine quest. Let's just say that the crown has potential to make significant ripples in its timeline, and we'd like to guide them in a positive direction. We could get it ourselves, of course, but they are... Striker waves vaguely. Politics. More games of the gods and those who fancy themselves gods. So tiresome. I'll do it. Excellent. We'll be here when you return. I think we're done here. We'll meet again, or rather, we already have. So, terrible things occurred. Amory died. Valerie's got 14 negative levels. Right, okay. Tristan, this is why I keep you around. You're the best at this kind of thing. Let's resurrect Amory. Let's see what state you're in. Okay, you don't have any negative levels, and so we will Greater Restoration Valerie. Names, I remember them.
I'm listening.
And now you're feeling chipper. everybody gather around for a quick moment while we get some healing. One more. There we go. Good one. But yes, the game definitely does have moments like this where it's like an event has occurred and you feel like there's... Why has this area revealed itself? Very little, in some cases, you're having to do with it. In this one, it was like terrible things occurred. Two very strong people started battling out with summoned monsters that got one of my number killed. And what the smeg is that thing? An immense Manadragora. The smaller ones, which seem to be poisoning, oh, poor little gnome. And Valerie, who so happened to step through them. Right. They all seem to be gathered in one spot. Oh, no. I've got some alchemist fire. Right, Lindsay, this is going to sting. But don't worry about it. What do I have that's area of effect? I've got a fireball. It's possibly a terrible idea. Lindsay, breathe deep. Don't worry, we've got a Tristan to help. That is not doing anything to them. $210 hit points. Fast healing. Oh, just gonna have to do this a fun way. Yeah, you're pretty beaten up. He's dead. No, you're not dead. Heal. That's the one I want.
Protect me, please. What a miserable last chapter.
This is horrendous. Why can you not attack the big thing? Oh, you can attack the big thing. Let's mate with the murder.
I'll fight if I have to.
How are you doing on strength? You're running out of strength. Sometimes this game does weird things like I had cast a heal spell. There it is. For Lindsay. now that that's done, can we target the weakest one in this?
Forced my hand.
Right, Lindsay. Are we getting a saving from this? Nope, just do that. Move away. Of course, I go straight after Lindsay.
Stay behind me.
What's up with me? Oh, I'm nauseated. So can't do anything. Please, Miss Lindsay. May have missed Lindsay, not sure. Make way the murder. Yeah, this would be slightly better if I could actually guarantee that I'm going to click on the right one. Move a little bit away. I think I got some of them. May have also got Lindsay. Marie has a slight problem with strength. Hey, the big one went down. Oh, I died. Yay. There goes Marie.
You can't stop me.
No, not that one. Try that one. There we go. So another one down. Right.
Follow my lead.
Tristan. What does this do? Ability damage, and it also heals. So let's bring that back and apply it to Amory, and she can now move. Right. I also had some scrolls on that. Surprise, surprise. Cure critical. Does it put them to the bottom? It's put them to the bottom. Right. So use this one on Chiron, who can now move. How badly are you down? Oh, you're pretty badly down. That's not good. That's not good. So, okay. Tristan, use another one on... Forgotten the name. Lindsay. That's... Oh, Tristan's also down. Okay. But not too badly down, so... Okay, there we go. Everybody's looking respectable and... Oh no, that's Death's Door. Let's have one of these. That gets rid of everybody's fatigue. Tree crest comb. Right, hopefully there isn't any more of them swarms lying around here, because I don't have the resources for that again. Oh, hello. The forest here looks blasted apart by a meteorite, complete with fallen trees and a crater at its centre. Surrounding the crater are several huge, twisted trees. Suddenly the trees turn to look at you, and the jagged maw opens in one of the trunks. A voice like creaking wood of a tree answers, "Who disturbs the prayers of our fallen friends? More of the wriggling man's obscene minions." I'm on a mission for the Shaikar of many. Please stand aside. This is not the Shaikar's domain. All here bow to Nerissa, and to our mistress, the Nerly Witch. You will leave now, or your blood will water the witch's garden. These creatures are much different from other minions of Nerissa. They display loyalty to their fallen friends and to their mistress. It would be sad to see them as our enemies. Use detect magic. There are plenty of lingering traces of magic from the battle between the wriggling man and the Nerly Witch. However, a piece of the first crown shines brighter than any of them. It's obvious that the first crown is remarkable and the mysterious magical item. Fallen friends, what happened here? The wriggling man happened. The treant's words are slow and sad. In his attempt to steal the first crown from our mistress, he broke it. The magic blasted apart this grove, and you stand among the corpses of our beloved trees. We must pray for the healing of it. We must pray for the healing of this place, then return this hateful crown to its rightful owner, the Nerly Witch. Poor things, they mourn their burned tree friends so much. Why did the wriggling man steal the crown? Why does the wriggling man do anything? Because he is a vile, disgusting creature who seeks to rob our mistress of her place at the nymph queen's side. He is the rot in the wood, a weed to be pulled, the larvae that devoured a forest. The Nerly Witch will cure 1,000 breaths of his sickness. If you hate the crown so much, let me take it to the witch. The treant ponders for several moments. At last he says, "This is wise. You could take the crown to the Nerly Witch for us, while we comfort the grieving forest."
As it should be.
One of the interesting things about this game is it does very little on the hand holding of what you're supposed to be doing. Which I don't mind too much, but I do wish that sometimes it would give you a hint. You know, pretty much the entirety of the last session and... Oh god, what do we have here? Oh, red hats. Red caps.
Do not falter.
Three, 4. Three.
Let's try this way.
4.
Considerably provoked.
Oh, she actually crit. For 116 points of damage. Not bad. Okay, I've lost count of red caps now. 3 that I'm aware of. 4. 5. What do I have? What do I have? Six. Damn it.
Left yourself open.
Make with the murder.
Bring it.
Why did it suffer from wisdom drain?
Onwards!
Coin, trinkets. But yeah, so pretty much the entirety of the last session I thought I was kind of heading towards the end and was just having to wait for it to arrive. And as part of that, I wasn't really doing much. This session I kind of got bored of the whole waiting around and I figured to do some exploring of my kingdom. And I've started finding quests related to sort of like this, where it's like I'm either going to help Narissa or I'm going to hinder Narissa. Not entirely sure what yet. But according to the journal that I can't bring up, you know, these quests are actually part of this chapter's quest, but there was no hint or even sort of like advisory note where it's like, you should really go exploring everywhere just in case there's something out there that'll give you an edge. In the clearing ahead, Sato curses and hacks angrily at a stone pillar while trying to chip free a piece of the crown embedded incongruously into its surface. Around him, massive purple worms roll and breach in the churning earth. He turns to your direction. What? Who are you? No, wait. I don't care. Just get lost. Use detect magic. There are plenty of lingering traces of magic from the battle between the wriggling man and the gnarly witch. However, a piece of the first crown shines brighter than any of them. It's obvious the first crown is a remarkable and mysterious magic item. What are you doing here? None of your business. Now get moving before I stick my worms on you. In the name of Shaikar the Many, step away. Shaikar? What do the many have to do with this? He grins, showing sharp teeth and waggles his eyebrows. But nobody messes in the wriggling man's business. If the Lord of Time sent you, they must have known what I'd do to you. Ah. Not the outcome that I would have preferred.
This should do it.
They are not summoned. This is not going to be pleasant. What do you... Shawspot. That's a problem. The game is struggling really hard with whatever's going on up there. Make with the murder. Okay, not too bad if I can get them one at a time. Wow, the game is really struggling with just these purple worms. Come on, spring up, spring up. God damn it, you didn't come up. Luckily, I think they're choke holding themselves a little. Surprise! Oh, come on, Valerie. Right. Everybody hold still, wait for the next one to come up. Two of them are coming up. That's not great. Right. Stand around this one. Hopefully make that other one crawl a little bit closer to us. Yes, you had it. Shoot. Alright. Can I haste everybody? Could do with you not missing so much. Nice. You're dangerous when you're annoyed, Amory. Right, if I'm not mistaken, that should be the last one. Out of the ground you come. That's your entire move. Oh yeah, you've got a bit of strength damage.
Try to make this swift.
Make with the matter.
In due time.
Sharpbow +1, chain shot +2, band of alluring charisma +2, ring of protection +2, cloak of resistance +2. Not useful. It seems that one of the purple worms smashed the pillar during the battle, breaking the crown shard loose from the stone. Should be 2 fragments of that.
Follow my lead.
This requires your attention.
Oh look, more purple worms. Right. Still fatigued, that's not useful. Thank God this is got the benefit of sort of like it takes them an action or a full round to come back out of the ground. Are you gonna come closer to me? slightly concerned with how many more, or how many there seem to be. I haven't ever got them figured out. They don't seem to be as dangerous, but at the same token, slightly concerned with how many of them there are. And where they're going. Well, now you're moving around. Okay, Octavia shouldn't be standing that close. Valerie, move there. Amory there. Tristan, wait there. Chiron, go queue up there. Out of the ground you pop.
Stay behind me.
They seem to be choke pointing themselves here again with a touch of luck.
A calculated risk.
This is for you.
Let us strike at once. Hurrah!
Okay. Tree stumps. Take the little charm thing. We will stop when this is all over. Now look. Poisonous primal hydras. And we're not on our lands.
I'll fight if I have to.
My only concern, if we were on my lands, then I have immunity to poison there, which has so many benefits, seeing as though there's so many things that can try and kill us with poison out here. We didn't wait long enough for the fatigue to wear off. How long you got? 7 rounds. God dang it. Luckily we can make saving throws. Okay, not bad, not bad. Nobody got poisoned. I picked up some more Hydra eyes. Just what I've always wanted. Always worthwhile searching the corners of the maps because that's sometimes where they hide tiny little trinkets. Oh, that doesn't look pleasant. Samuel Gandalf just ahead, the man in dark robes of Pharasmin priest battles an enormous spiked beast. While he's holding his own with magic and sword, with the melted-looking hilt, and the snarling beast has him cornered. Suddenly he catches sight of you. You there, help me with this thing. Hang on, I'm coming. I get a feeling that it's beneficial just to help murder this thing. What is this? It's a level 16 dragon. Of course it is. That I missed. Yay, go me.
They go down!
Make it blind. And it succeeded on its saving throw, of course it did. Sing us a song, Lindsay.
This will hurt.
Oh, come on.
I'm listening.
The roadman nods gratefully at you. Thanks for your help. If Shaikar hadn't sent you, I'd have been in real trouble. He frowns. Of course, if Shaikar hadn't sent you after this stupid shard, I wouldn't have been fighting that overgrown lizard in the first place. If Shaikar sent you, why didn't he tell me about it? Who knows why Shaikar does anything? Perhaps they thought that they'd already told you. For a god of time, they find it surprisingly difficult to keep straight what has and or hasn't happened yet. Who are you? Salim Gaddafa, a servant of Thrasma, so to speak. I owe Shaikar a favour, and so I agreed to help him locate this first crown, though it appears that the crown is far more than I was originally told. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Shaikar is as shifty as the damned death goddess. How nice. I've heard of you. That'd make an awesome chapter in my book. I think I'd start with it like this. Who was this mysterious man in black robes who fought alongside us against the dreadful monster? And then I'd wait to give the answer for a while, let the readers feel the suspense. Did you just curse your own goddess? Salim laughed bitterly. I used to hunt priests back in Radhamon. You know, the atheist nation. I was an officer of the Pure Legion, and then I made some bad decisions, and then ended up an indentured servant to the Lady of Graves. Let's just say the situation hasn't been easy on us. Let's get back to business. Give me the crown fragment? Straight to the point, aren't you? Well, go on, take it. The damned Linom swallowed it before I could grab it. I told Shaikar I'd track it down, but I won't fight you for it. Especially after you just saved my bird. I've got to keep moving. Goodbye. Safe travels, though I suspect we'll meet again. That's how things work when Shaikar's involved. Listen, you can talk all you want about proper precautions and things best left unknown and blah blah blah. But when someone gives you the disassembled pieces of a magical artifact, I don't care who you are, you put that baby together. As the last piece of the first crown slotted in to replace, the whole thing started glowing with green light and humming. And that's when things got weird. Before we knew what had happened, we were somewhere else, an indistinct nowhere with misty walls glowing that same green. Before us floated an elven man, all dressed up in some sort of king, except that he wasn't a normal king. But last time I checked, elves weren't see-through, and their skin didn't give off wisps of glowing smoke. He stared at us with blank ghost eyes and said, "You neither witch nor worm. Who are you?" So we told him. The truth, of course. The Ghost King nodded. "My name is Lethoriel, once called Lethoriel the Wise. You're inside what my pride and is now my prison. What you call the first crown." He gave an ugly smile. Behind him, a door manifested in the fog. He gestured to it. "Don't worry. Unlike me, I suspect you can leave whenever you like. Time is strange here. I don't know how many millennia have passed in your world since Nerissa destroyed my kingdom of Rushwood. Only that all memory of it has been lost, with you younger races building your nations atop its ashes. My people are long dead and scattered. Only I remain trapped in this half-life, denied my proper rest and forced to carry out petty tasks for whichever abomination bears my crown. All thanks to the Nymph Queen." He looks at us expectantly, so we asked him more about his kingdom. The ghost smiled, looked pain. Behind him the fog swirled, forming an image of a beautiful forest city. Gods, my kingdom. It was a thing of beauty, the forest city that wove trees into its very walls. But now it's gone, destroyed by Nerissa and swallowed up by time and the forest. He laughed bitterly. "I believe you know my realm as part of your so-called stolen lands. How appropriate. Yet even your oldest books have forgotten me, and while I while away the millennia here, bound by Nerissa as bauble for her servants to squabble over." So then we asked him about Nerissa and his imprisonment. Why am I making will saving throws? "Nerissa," the ghost snarled as if we didn't already know he was a ghost. We would have then, his face contorted in ways that would have broken a real elf's skull. Behind him the fog swirled, forming an image of a beautiful elven city. He jabbed a finger at it. "Look, see my kingdom. What she destroyed. All of it gone. And why? Just to add one more grain of dust to the Nymph Queen's chalice." He shrieked, a sound full of madness and sorrow that seemed to stab through our ears and into our brains. "And now she binds me here as a bauble for her servants to squabble over." Asked him what the chalice was. The ghost shook his head. "I do not know. Only that every time she destroys a kingdom, a new grain of dust falls into her cup. Mine was the first, but there have been so many since." Ask him how best to fight Nerissa and her minions. The ghost laughed bitterly. "Fight Nerissa? Child, if I knew how to kill the Nymph Queen, would I still be trapped in this godforsaken crown? I can't take any direct action against her, even at the command of my bearer." He paused, thoughtfully. Though I suppose her minions see my crown as a mark of station. The gnarly witch and the wriggling man fight over it incessantly. To see it in someone else's hands might fluster them, cause them to mistake a crucial moment. There was a long pause. Longer this time. At last, in a softer voice, the ghost said, "Or, once you've left this place, you could command me to destroy this crown." Or once you've left this place, you could command me to destroy this crown and set myself free. That made us all pause. We looked at each other, silently weighing our options, and then agreed to set him free. The ghost stared at us. Really? Slowly a smile spread across his face. I do believe you actually meant that. In that case, all you have to do is speak my name, Leforiel, and order me to destroy the crown and free myself. He frowned. You'll need to do it in the presence of someone as powerful as Narissa herself. One of the eldest, perhaps, but they're not so terribly hard to find. He bowed low, gesturing to the door forming in the mists once more. Please, return to your world with my thanks. And with that, we passed through the door. No sense leaving a map half explored. I'm gonna save it. I've been through a lot of spells. Oh my. I hadn't realized the time.
Withdraw for a time.
I'm glad I saved it.
Do not falter.
Panicked.
Let's try this way.
Come on. Amory the Phyllis. I need you to murder everybody before they get you. There goes Valerie.
I always survive.
So I'm going to call that a mulligan, because this fight is bullshit. This is what I mean about this game. Sometimes it just feels like it's like, aha. Move away before I finish up for the day. Right, I am going to ponder on that and actually wonder if it's worthwhile finishing exploring this place. I know that I said that I would. I'm just kind of curious. This crown grants a wearer the ability to summon 2 elven warrior spirits for 10 minutes twice per day. I mean, okay. My crown's better. So, thank you for joining me. I'm just going to actually make a proper save, just in case. And I will be back on Tuesday, playing more Pathfinder Kingmaker. I'm going to be back tomorrow playing Hitman 3. I don't think there's an elusive target on, so we'll be just going around levels that I've already completed, practicing this, that, and the other. In preparation for more elusive targets are going to be following up. Or actually, no, I might be doing some of the bonus content just for the sake of being different. What's it? I will be back on Monday, I believe. Yes. This Monday, coming, the 3rd of May, will be the final Cyberpunk 2077 stream for a while. That is going to be going on hiatus because starting the 24th, I am going to be hopefully over on Manapot Studios, GMing for a Starfinder Adventure Path Fly Free or Die in a campaign that we're calling All That Glitters Explodes. And there's going to be a couple of weeks of prepping for that, so come the 3rd of May, that'll be the last Cyberpunk 2077 stream for a time. Probably will pick that up after I've finished Pathfinder Kingmaker, finish that off, and then move on to another game. Or maybe I'll interweave it on the Hitman ones when there's not an elusive target. Or maybe I'll just stream it at some other time frame. I've not quite decided yet. I kind of like the idea of keeping Tuesdays and Thursdays for this kind of game, tactical role-playing style of game. I've got plenty in my backlog to be playing through, so that's a possibility. For the schedule, for my schedule, if you check below for all the time frames, the time does vary depending on which day of the week it is, so it's best if you just double check. And on Saturdays, I am usually over on Magcat_UK, over on Magcat_UK's channel, playing some co-op games with him. So if you drop in there, give us a shout out. And yeah, got a couple of new followers today. Thank you for coming and joining me. Hope you come again. That's what I now need to do. I need to find out if there's anybody who's streaming that I feel would be worth raiding. Let's mute that just in case this is going to make a noise. I see my internet's just crapped out. But there's not really anybody who's streaming at this time that I feel is a good matchup for my streams. So I am just going to bid you all a farewell, and I hope to see you next time. All right, taddy bye.